It's the last thing that you think about before you go to bed, and it's the first thing you think about when you wake up.
This is 115 marathons, back to back, no break, 2 guys.
I really want to find out what my body and my mind is capable of. I'm really intrigued as to the levels of which someone can push themselves.
Even I'm saying to myself, really? You're going to do this? And then I've luckily found the answer, and I know I'm going to do it. We're going to do it.
My name's Max. And
my name's Chris, and I am part of Team Tied Together.
We're taking part in the Talisker Whisky Atlantic Challenge, which is a 3,000-mile unassisted row across the Atlantic Ocean. Why? And that's the question that everyone asks. It's why would you want to do something like this? And for me, the row, looking forward to it, really encapsulates all those ideas of, really living life to the full and experiencing things that very few people have ever experienced, and taking those experiences and learning from them and becoming better for them.
I've always been someone who's quite hard to please. I set particularly high standards for myself. This is not something which is in the normal sort of realms of challenges. It's out of the ordinary, and I've been offered the opportunity to take on this challenge, and I am going to snatch it with both hands. When Max told me that he needed me to do it and he wanted me to do it with him, I knew in an instant that I was going to say yes. And funnily enough, before I was part of Team Tied Together, I had this funny feeling that I was going to be in that boat with Max.
I mean, you've got to think carefully about, I think if everyone was thinking who they could spend up to 3 months on a boat that's 7 meters long and a couple of meters wide, people would have just a handful of friends they thought they could potentially do that with. And obviously Chris is one of those that I think is ideal to be able to spend that time with.
We're not training to kind of just get it done. Yes, the actual goal would be to finish, but ultimately if we're going to finish, we do want to win the race. One of our sayings that we've been using over the last couple of months has been getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. We're trying to get to a place when we train where we feel pretty miserable when it's going on. And we feel like if we can get to that place every single day, then when we step on the boat and pick up the oars, then we actually might be in a better condition to take on those physical challenges of rowing 12 hours a day each.
As part of a team, you know you're not responsible just purely for yourself. That will be so applicable when there's just 2 of you. It's my job is to make sure Max is okay. His job is to make sure I'm okay. You can look after yourself so much, but there are going to be some seriously horrible times out there.
There was an explorer who I was reading about recently, and they summed it up quite well, and they said that there's something really addictive about living life right on the edge of what's humanly possible. There's literally no better way to do that than trying to row 3,000 miles across the Atlantic.
It's going to be hell, but at the same time I can't wait. They call it tumble dry. Sort of, our boat's a great bit of kit, and it will self-right itself, but in one of those storms we will be thrown around, and I'm going to have 100 kilograms of thought just bouncing all over me, which is going to be horrible.
I think we'll experience things that no one else will ever experience, and things you can only experience by doing this row.
Like using a bucket as a toilet.
Like the bucket and chuck it.
Bucket and chuck it.
Exactly.
Can't wait.
Yeah,
That'll be a view.
This man on the cards.
He goes like 6 times a day.
I don't think that's going on.
If I don't come back with a 6-pack, it's been a waste of time.